Good evening. Hello, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Gustavo Chavez, and today we're diving into how rock music and um, how rock music in the 1960s reflected on the influence of society. The 1960s were a time of a great change, and rock music played a huge role in shaping and mirroring the world around it. From political protests to the new cultural movements, let's explore how music and society were intertwined during this revolutionary decade. Click that follow like button. Let's go! The 1960s were marked by social, political, and cultural upheaval. The civil rights movement, protests against the Vietnam War, the rise of the counterculture, and the uh, feminist movement all played a huge role in shaping the era. At the same time, rock music was evolving rapidly, becoming a voice of youth and a reflection of social tension of the time. Artists weren't just making music, they were making statements. One of the most iconic artists of this period, Bob, Bob Dylan, became a symbol for protest through his songs directly addressing the political climate. One of the most significant artists of the time, Bob Dylan, his way of rock music reflected society. His song, Blowing in the Wind, became an anthem for the civil rights movement. If you haven't heard it, much recommend. With lyrics like "How many roads must a man walk down before to call him a man?" Dylan directly challenged that social norms, asking tough questions about freedom, equality, and justice. His music didn't just reflect the struggles of the time, it gave them a voice and push for change. Similarly, the Beatles, with the infectious melodies and transmittive sound, reflected the mood of the 1960s youth. Their album Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band became a synonym with the the culture, and the counterculture movement reflected a break from the old norms and embracing a new era of peace, love, and experimentation. Excuse me. Rock music in the 1960s didn't just reflect the social changes, it played a significant role in shaping them. Artists like Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin pushed boundaries not just musically but socially, encouraging young people to question authority and embrace individuality. Don't make fun of me. The music wasn't just a backdrop, it was part of the political activism, the protests, and the youth rebellion. Songs like Fortune Son by Candace Clearwater revival directly challenged the Vietnam War, and the Woodstock Festival became a symbol of peace and unity during a turbulent time. Rock music also opened up conversations about gender and race. Bands like the Supremes and the Temptations brought Motown to mainstream America, breaking racial barriers in music and popular culture. At the same time, artists like Aretha Franklin and Nina Simone empowered African Americans and women to stand up and be heard. In conclusion, the 1960s were defining decade for both rock music and American society. The two were inseparable as music reflected the growing unrest and desire for change in society. But it didn't stop there. Music also helped shape the people, the way the people thought, act, and engage with the world around them. From the folk anthems of Bob Dylan to the revolutionary sounds of the Beatles, the rock music of the 1960s continues to influence generations today. Thank you so much, oh my goodness, for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this brief exploration of the symbiotic relationship between 1960s rock music and society. Stay tuned for more discussions on the power of music to save culture. Until next time, keep rocking and keep reflecting around the world around you. Yeah. Su puta madre. Otsuru?